Welcome back to Crime is the New Black Entitlement. Sorry for the delay in new content. It's not for a lack of information, it's just a lot going on generally elsewhere. It's difficult to kind of compartmentalize things into what we normally do on this channel. On this channel, we show how black people commit crimes at a disproportionate rate, and the nature and the gravity and the extent and the quantity and the quality of the crimes indicate to us that it is an entitlement. It is a cultural phenomenon. It's an expression of their cultural identity. And we do that without racism, without rancor, and without apology, just like Cauliflower to be before us. Rest in peace. But today, we are going to start with not really a crime story per se, but just a small microcosm of how the mentality, the psychology behind black behavior and black entitlement, we're seeing it exhibiting itself in a different way. Why do I say this? A lot of times when we confront black people about their criminal behavior, their criminal conduct, it's explained and expressed as
good friend
as an expression of, or as in an offshoot of unemployment, a lack of education, a lack of employment, a lack of money. We're poor, therefore we have no other option but to behave in such antisocial manner. But we see that even where they are rich, even where they are educated, even where they are gainfully employed, you still see a lot of these violent tendencies. This man is here promoting a boxing match, Deontay Wilder, former world champion. He's promoting a boxing match and he still has to get up and physically threaten and menace the host, Simon Jordan, who's a friend of the show. And we see that, of course, obviously, in addition to the violent threats and the menacing and posturing for violence, we see the reaction of black people to it. Black people enjoy it. Yes, he has a right to act in such an unprofessional manner. They call it unprofessional, we call it violent. That is just an inherent part of their experiences, an inherent part of their culture. I'll give an example of an athlete who is educated, who has money, and still has to go and rob stores. There's a player called Aishim Young. So he now plays for the Memphis Tigers, but let's see, robbery. So currently he plays for the Memphis Tigers. He's active, 5'10". He played last season. Okay, right. But here we go. Look at him here. Finney High School football star. This was when he was in high school. He already had a free ride to Pennsylvania State, but here he is robbing a Wawa. Ashim Young, 18, was arrested early Friday morning and charged with robbery, simple assault, possession of an instrument of crime, reckless endangerment, and other related offenses. 2017. I did not forget. Colin covered this story together with us. I'll find it if I can put it up here. Held on a $150,000 bond, meaning that if he pays $15,000, he can walk. So he's 17, robbed the Wawa store on Columbus Boulevard in Philadelphia back on July 30. Surveillance video captured the suspect, identified by investigators as Shim Young, entering the office of the store. Police say he was armed with a gun and demanded cash from the safe. Actually, the cashier on duty on that day is his friend, and they collaborated to do the robbery. So he fled on foot towards Tasker Street. Surveillance showed Ashim Young running into a Buick Century, which the police say fled southbound on I-95. Exactly 4 months after the robbery, they spotted the getaway vehicle on Seymour Street. Officers told it. The owner of the car, Rafi Johnson, approached the vehicle. He was arrested and a search warrant was executed. And Johnson admitted to being the getaway driver during the robbery. Police obtained more information that identified Young as the robbery suspect. I guess his friend snitched. They also determined Wawa, the assistant manager identified as Kwasi Wingate, who they interviewed as a witness, was involved in the robbery. So black people, even when you hire them as employees, will still collaborate to do robberies. So this is a retelling of what happened with Deontay Wilder, but let's watch. So here we go. This is a black reaction. Before we get to Wilder himself, it says, Deontay Wilder was completely in the right to flash out on Simon Jordan. He was super disrespectful. Wilder is a guest on your platform. He sets a boundary on what he's willing to discuss and he's not. You respect that, plain and simple. Well, when he was talking in America, he didn't set that boundary. In fact, he brought it up. So he risks his life for our entertainment. It's your reasonable service as a journalist. Simon Jordan is not a journalist. To respect the wishes of a guest and a fighter who dedicated their life to the sport. I know he's not representative of all my people across the pond, black, white, or in between. But this was a disgusting display of journalism. What the fuck? All right, let's look at this.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about this.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about Derek Chisora. That's it.
I understand that. You've called.
Look at you brought it up. Deontay Wilder brought up Tyson Fury.
Him a cheat. And it leads me
the biggest in boxing.
That's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights. And those fights were lost. It's kind of disappointing to me.
You can say what you want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that.
Okay, you have the facts. Present them. You have the facts. Present the facts. I don't think there's anything more difficult than that. And that is why these people are incompatible with Western society, where you have principles like Audi altering pattern. If you have facts that state your position or that prove the point you're making, you present them. And that's what he's simply being asked to do. But a black man just has an idea of what happened, racism, or Tyson Fury, or there's a problem, or he cheated. Okay, tell us how he cheated, and we will investigate and find out. But he prefers to hide in his shell.
I risk my life for you's entertainment to see.
Absolutely.
So I ain't never lied about none in this business. Why is it so hard to believe a black man?
There we go. How quick? How many seconds was that? 37 seconds. World record.
Understand me? Why is it so hard to believe a black man?
So Derek Chisora gets it and Derek Chisora suddenly remembers that he's black. Before 30 seconds ago, he was a British boxer, national treasure. Then the black person comes and the black person will always take the side of the black person even though he knows he's wrong. It sounds like a joke. Simon is seeing it as a joke, but it's not really a joke. It's not a joke because Simon's life is in danger here. You have someone who is very, very violent, very, very aggressive, and then you have the Chisora egging him on. And that's what happens with a lot of these crimes. Black people always have others to egg them on. Like this person here.
Why you don't believe
Why is it? First and foremost, it's got nothing to do with cut.
So that's the problem. So see, you can see Derek has encouraged him. Deontay Wilder is going up, and Simon fell for the bait. Do not even, when they bring up race, when black people bring up race, do not even respond to it. Just let it go like the nothing it means. It means nothing. It's a distraction. They're doing it to get you on the back foot. They're using your skin color, actually. Black people do this. They use your skin color against you. You're white, so you can't talk about it. You're white, so you don't believe me. You're white, so I'm not going to have a conversation with you because you're white. That is what he's saying. But he's trying to say, I'm white, but I'm still allowed to have a conversation. We're talking about boxing. No, just ignore that completely. You stick to the facts. If you have evidence that Tyson Fury is cheating, present them. If you don't present them, then we'll know that you are full of shit. What's a good non-aggressive way to say it? You're being dishonest.
The whole country got some. This whole world got some race. You think your life has been like mine?
Listen,
you got white privilege, brother.
Oh my God, white privilege, really?
I ain't never had that. I'm a black man with dark skin. Ain't nothing ever been given to me. We done been through so much. So much.
We wanted to move on, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to give you so much.
We wanted to move on.
This guy probably has made about at least 100 million in boxing, right? Deontay Wilder, total purse. Purse history. $142 million in purses. $142 million in purses. And this is what he does.
So much.
We wanted to move.
Come on, man.
Move on, right?
Yeah, man. They're trying to give you a little insight of what we go through as black people, man.
What does that have to do with the fight? That's not what I'm talking about. I don't care about your history. I don't care about your problems. I'm talking about the nonsense that you said. And look at Derek. I don't want to diminish what Derek is doing, but because people say, "Oh, he's trolling, he's joking," he's not. That's not the effect of what's happening. He's instigating him and egging him on. And this guy here, he's also a boxer, but he's like, "Yeah, I don't want any part of this." He's giving him a tissue to piss him off the more. And whatever violence this guy is going to do, it's not going to be directed towards the other black person. It's going to be directed towards the white people.
I got it.
You don't get it.
Well, okay.
None of y'all get it.
Where do you want me to go?
Y'all don't get it. And that's the problem. You think you get what you don't understand. Oh, I'm out of here. Talking about my people and all that shit. It's hard.
Talking about Simon Jordan never said anything. He said, "Where's your proof that Tyson Fury cheated? You lost the fight. Tell us what the proof is."
Leave a black man and a white man. The cheated. Tell him to sue me so I can show the facts early. Because when the documentary and everything start coming out, I'm gonna show everything.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna get all the people that know and all the people that's in the inside. He got people that the inside of him that know. What? No. About that. I said we didn't want to bring him up in the first place. It ain't got shit to do with him.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that's the exchange. Man, I think actually maybe the real reason I haven't done many of these videos is because it's really exhausting. Remember, being black is exhausting. Well, watching black people is fucking exhausting. How about that? Yeah, exhausting right there. You didn't like the question, so I'm kind of done. So let's see. Tyson Fury reacts. It says, "Always bringing color into sports, total Belen." True. Why is it so hard to believe a black man you've got white privilege? I mean,